My colleagues will be shocked that I've got charts, and we've got hard copies, and we can make these available electronically as well. But a picture is worth 1,000 words. So the first chart is one you've probably seen before, and this is just showing daily average apprehensions by month. We have over the last 2 months, we're approaching 6,000 people per day being apprehended on the southern border. That's a caravan a day. During the 2018-2019 crisis, it was a little over 4,000. And this also has cause and effect on it. So I ask you to look at this. And then, as I've heard the Biden administration blame the Trump administration for the crisis, and unfortunately many people in the media as well, I thought I'd complete this chart as well because it completely disproves that lie. You can see this is just monthly apprehensions. And you can see that President Trump solved the problem by and large with return to Mexico, with those agreements with Central America. And then, of course, we had the CDC impose the Title 42 controls. We had this problem solved until President Biden took office, and there's the picture proof that this is his crisis. My next point. Both President Biden and Vice President Harris knew full well, the inhumanity, the human depredations that their policies would cause. Vice President Harris was on my committee. She was there when we heard testimony of children being sold, one for $84, of the fact that little girls are given birth control because such a high percentage of them will be raped. They heard stories of the kidnappings, of the beatings, of the ransoms, of the sexual servitude, of the involuntary servitude. We had a picture of a 2-year-old face down, drowned in the Rio Grande. And as Mark Morgan said, they were warned about this. They knew their policies would create this human depredation, this inhumanity. And yet they blew up the successful policies of the Trump administration. You have to ask, why? One final point, and this is a tragedy, that we have turned border security into a partisan issue. I introduced an amendment today in a Business Committee markup hearing that just said, let's complete the wall that's already paid for. We have about 250 miles of wall, unfinished, that's bought and paid for. It'll cost the American taxpayers $2 billion at least, whether it's completed or not. In 2006, 26 Democrat senators voted with Republicans for the Secure Fence Act. That was 700 miles of wall. Now, a lot of that wall was completely, awful. It just didn't work. So President Trump instead was going to build 700 miles of wall that worked. Including those Democrat senators were Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, Tom Carper. So back in 2006, Democrats also agreed if we want Homeland Security, we have to have border security. And now, in committee, not one Democrat voted to secure the border. Every Republican did. Our national security, our Homeland Security is put at risk because Democrats have turned border security into a partisan issue. It's a real shame.